Have you ever stopped to think about the real effects of sleeping with your cat? You wake up unable to move because they are pinning down your legs, or you find a furry hat on your pillow. It feels like love, but is it? A revealing study on sleep habits has changed our perspective. While sleeping with your cat can impact your sleep quality, the reason why they choose that one specific spot on your bed is far more surprising than just seeking warmth. Why do they turn their back to you? Why do they stare at you while you sleep? And why do they get the zoomies at 3 a.m.? The truth is, your bed is a territory of trust, and what happens there tonight reveals a powerful emotional bond you might not even realize is forming. Let's decode it. Reason 1. Why does your cat always choose the exact same spot every night? Have you noticed how your cat, night after night, returns to that one specific corner of the bed? Or how it curls up against your hip, as if following a personal ritual? It might seem like a random choice, dictated by comfort, but it's anything but. Many owners think, oh, he likes that spot because it's soft, or maybe it's warmer there. But if one day you find your cat in a completely different place, you might just think it's a whim. The real problem is that ignoring the meaning of this routine, and especially its variations, means missing a fundamental communication channel with your pet. The truth is, cats don't sleep where they feel comfortable. They sleep where they feel safe. Every night, your cat's brain runs a silent checklist before closing its eyes: temperature, scent, escape route, proximity to you. When all these boxes are ticked, its nervous system releases oxytocin and serotonin, the same hormones that tell it, you are safe now. That's why it keeps coming back to that spot. It's not a preference. It's a neurological routine built on trust. And this is where science comes in. Researchers from prestigious institutions, including studies cited by Harvard University, have found that animals that rest in consistent, predictable environments show up to 35% lower levels of stress hormones, like cortisol. Your cat is no different. By repeating the same sleeping spot, it creates what ethologists call a safety map. It's its body's way of keeping the night predictable in a world that often isn't. But here's what most owners miss. When that favorite spot suddenly changes, it's not a mood swing, it's a signal. Sometimes the reason is simple, like a change in room temperature. Other times, it could be a change in your scent. Maybe you used a new shower gel. But sometimes the signal is deeper. It could indicate physical discomfort, perhaps that side hurts, or emotional insecurity, like a new noise that startled it. The solution isn't to force it back to the old spot, but to observe. If the change persists for several nights, pay attention to other signs. Is it eating less? Is it more lethargic? A change in its safe spot is one of the first subtle indicators that something in its world, physical or emotional, has changed. Understanding this allows you to intervene before a small issue becomes a big one. Reason 2. Why does your cat sleep right next to your head? No matter how big the bed is, your cat always ends up there, curled up on the pillow, near your face. Not at the foot of the bed, not on your chest, but right there, just inches from your head. Some find this habit adorable, others a bit annoying, especially when a whisker tickles your nose and wakes you up. The mystery is, why that specific area? Why not another spot that's just as warm and comfortable? You might think it's just for the heat, but there's so much more to it. There are 3 scientific and behavioral reasons behind this strategic choice. The first is stability. Your head is the part of your body that moves the least during the night. While your legs shift, your arms turn, and your torso twists, your head remains relatively still. For a cat, which instinctively seeks a secure anchor point, that stability is crucial. It means less chance of being disturbed or accidentally pushed off the bed. The second reason is sensory and bonding. The human head radiates a significant amount of heat, which cats love. But it's not just that. The scalp also releases pheromones and a unique concentrated scent. Sleeping near your head allows the cat to be immersed in your scent and to synchronize with the rhythm of your breathing. Your breath and heartbeat, which they can feel through the pillow, become their lullaby. It's a silent bonding ritual that strengthens trust over time. The third reason, the one many people overlook, is related to hierarchy and affection. When a cat chooses your head over any other spot, it's often because it associates that area with leadership. In the feline hierarchy, Closeness to the leader's scent equals status and belonging. It's their way of saying, I am part of your inner circle. It's one of the strongest signs that your cat sees you, not just as a provider, but as family, a point of reference. So, the next time you wake up with a cat for a hat, it's not an invasion of personal space, but a huge compliment. It's telling you, you are my leader, and here next to you, I feel safe and important. Reason 3. Why does your cat turn its back to you while sleeping? Here's a common scene. Your cat snuggles up next to you, gets comfortable, purrs, and then slowly turns around, showing you its back. To us humans, this gesture can feel distant, almost like a rejection. In our body language, turning your back is a sign of closing off. You might think, what gives? 1 minute it wants attention, the next it's ignoring me? This misunderstanding can lead to feeling a bit snubbed, without realizing that in the feline world, that gesture has the exact opposite meaning. When your cat turns its back to you in bed, it's not avoidance, it's unconditional surrender. In the animal kingdom, no creature exposes its blind and vulnerable side unless it feels completely secure. A cat's back is its most defenseless point. It can't see what's happening behind it, and can't react quickly to a threat. Sleeping with its back to you means it has entrusted you with the role of protector. It's saying, in its silent language, you watch my world while I rest. I trust you so much that I'm putting my life in your hands. This is one of the deepest non-verbal bonds a cat can show. It's silent trust layered with respect. You've earned a place in its inner circle, not just as its owner, but as its safety net. There's also another, more collaborative layer. Cats that sleep back to back or facing opposite directions are mirroring a behavior seen in tightly bonded pairs in the wild. It's a partnership stance. One guards while the other rests, alternating roles throughout the night. When your cat does this with you, it's syncing with your presence in a primal, wordless rhythm of protection and peace. So the next time your cat shows you its back, don't feel ignored. Feel honored. It's a declaration of total trust, a sign that in your bond it can finally let its guard down. Reason 4. Why do cats get the zoomies at 3 a.m.? The world is silent, you're in your deepest sleep, and suddenly, apocalypse. Your cat explodes in a burst of energy, sprinting down the hallway, climbing furniture, and knocking things over as if competing in a midnight race. This phenomenon, known as the night crazies or zoomies, is a leading cause of sleep disruption for cat owners. The problem is that it's often misinterpreted as spiteful or random, annoying behavior, leading to wrong reactions like scolding the cat or locking it out of the room, which only makes the situation worse. It's not chaos, it's biology. Cats are crepuscular creatures, not nocturnal as many believe. This means their natural rhythm peaks at dawn and dusk, the same hours their ancestors hunted. Those sudden bursts of energy in the middle of the night aren't misbehavior. They are echoes of survival. In the wild, a cat's body releases short waves of adrenaline during low-light hours to stay alert for prey and predators. Even though your cat is safe indoors, its instincts haven't gone anywhere. The silence of the night, the distant hum of the fridge, even the moonlight across the floor, all of this can trigger that ancient programming. But there's a part that surprises most owners. If your cat gets the zoomies around 3 or 4 in the morning, it can also mean that its emotional and physical energy isn't being sufficiently released during the day. Cats need stimulation, movement, and a sense of purpose. When they don't get it while you're awake, that energy builds up and spills over at night. The solution isn't punishment, it's rhythm. Here's a 3-step action plan. Step 1. Evening playtime. About an hour before bed, dedicate 15-20 minutes to an intense play session. Use a wand toy with feathers or a laser pointer, being careful never to shine it in its eyes, and to end the game on a physical toy to give it the satisfaction of the catch. Make it run, jump, and hunt. Step 2. Post-hunt meal. Immediately after the play session, give it its last meal of the day. This mimics the natural cycle of hunt, catch, eat, sleep. Step 3. Consistent routine. Try to keep these times consistent every evening. This combination resets its biological clock and tells its instincts, the hunt is over, it's now safe to rest. Within a few nights, you'll notice a drastic reduction in the nightly zoomies. You're not suppressing its instinct. You're simply channeling it to a time that's more convenient for both of you. Reason 5. Why does your cat love to sleep between your legs? It's one of the most common and endearing habits. You lie down, stretch out, and your cat immediately crawls into the space created, settling in as if it's the only safe place in the world. Sometimes this means you can't move for hours for fear of disturbing it. But have you ever wondered why they choose that specific cradle formed by your legs every single night? The mystery lies in understanding whether it's just a matter of warmth or if there's a deeper psychological need behind this choice. It all comes down to a perfect combination of comfort, security, and ancestral nostalgia. First of all, the space between your legs, or in the curve of your knees, is one of the warmest and most stable areas of the bed. It's a kind of natural fort that doesn't move much when you turn over, and for your cat, that stability equals protection. It's their version of sleeping in a nest, protected on two sides. But something deeper is also happening on a psychological level. This position mimics what scientists call compression comfort. Kittens feel this sensation when they are pressed against their mother and siblings in the den. The gentle pressure around their body triggers a calming response in the brain, lowering their heart rate and releasing oxytocin, the same hormone tied to love and bonding. When your cat wedges itself between your legs, it's recreating that exact feeling of closeness and safety from its kittenhood. To them, your body has become their den, your warmth their hearth. It's not dependency, it's connection. Furthermore, this position offers a strategic advantage. From there, the cat has a good view of the room but remains hidden and protected. It's a perfect observation point that satisfies its need for control without being exposed. So, when your cat chooses this spot, it's not just seeking warmth. It's seeking physical security, emotional comfort, and regressing to a state of childhood bliss. It's another incredibly intimate way it tells you, with you, I feel like a safe little kitten again. Reason 6. Why does your cat stare at you while you sleep? Has this ever happened to you? You open your eyes in the middle of the night, and there they are. Two big, glowing eyes staring at you in the dark. Your cat is sitting perfectly still, just watching you. It can be a mysterious, maybe even unsettling experience. Your first reaction might be, what does it want? Is it hungry? Is it sick? But often there's no meow, no movement, just that fixed, silent gaze. This behavior is one of the most misunderstood, but the reason behind it is powerful and deeply tied to your bond. Cats are dual creatures. They are hunters, but also prey. This makes them masters of environmental monitoring. When your cat watches you sleep, it's not trying to be weird. It's performing its role as a guardian. In the wild, cats in a group take turns keeping watch, protecting the others while they rest. By staring at you, it's making sure you're safe and that the surrounding environment is calm. It's their silent version of standing guard, a deeply rooted protective instinct. There's also a biological side to it. Animal behavior studies have shown that cats often synchronize their breathing and body movements with the humans they have a strong bond with. By watching you, your cat learns your patterns. When you're calm, when you stir, when you're in a deep sleep. They match their rhythm to yours, creating what scientists call sleep synchronization. This not only strengthens their bond with you, but also helps them predict your movements and not be caught by surprise. Finally, sometimes the stare has a more practical purpose. Your cat might simply be waiting. It knows your morning routine includes breakfast, and it might just be anticipating the moment you'll wake up. It's a non-intrusive check-in, a way of saying, I'm here, and I'm ready when you are. So that nightly stare isn't a sign of alarm. It's a mix of protection, synchronized love, and a little bit of breakfast anticipation. It's another fascinating layer of their silent devotion. We're halfway through our journey into the secret world of feline sleep, and I'm really curious. What's the weirdest or funniest thing your cat has done while you were sleeping together? Have you ever woken up with a toy on your pillow, or with your cat making biscuits on your face? Write it in the comments below. I love reading your stories, and I'm sure together we could create a hilarious collection. Let's discuss. Reason 7. How your sleep habits change your cat's personality. Have you ever noticed how your cat seems to adjust its bedtime to yours? Maybe it naps when you do, or wanders the house restlessly when you stay up late. Many people think it's a coincidence, that the cat is just following its own rhythms. The problem is not realizing that our nightly routine isn't just a context the cat lives in, but an active factor that shapes its personality and emotional well-being. Ignoring this impact can lead to anxiety and stress issues in the cat that we can't explain. Cats are masters of adaptation. When they live in close contact with humans, their internal biological clock, called the circadian rhythm, begins to sync with ours. This isn't a hypothesis, it's a scientific fact. Ethological studies have shown that cats who share sleep cycles with their owners become more social, more affectionate, and even more vocal. Your routine becomes their emotional blueprint. If you go to bed at the same time every night, you create a predictable environment that communicates safety. The cat learns that night is for rest, not for being on alert. But there's another layer to this that most people overlook. When your sleep is restless, inconsistent, or too short, your cat senses it. It doesn't just mirror your behavior, it absorbs your energy. A constantly disrupted sleep cycle can make a cat more anxious, more alert, or even more dependent on you. If you toss and turn in bed, it will become agitated. If you're stressed and can't sleep, it will feel that tension. That's why consistency matters more than perfection. The solution isn't to go to bed at 10 p.m. sharp every night, but to create a calm sleep environment and follow a stable routine. Dimming the lights, reducing noise, having a bedtime ritual, which can include the play and meal we talked about earlier, doesn't just help you rest better. You are teaching your cat emotional stability through rhythm and predictability. A calm, well-rested owner, in most cases, equals a calm, well-rested cat. Your nightly well-being is directly linked to it. Reason 8. The hidden risks and solutions of sleeping with your cat. Sleeping with your cat feels peaceful, almost healing, and in many ways it is. But while the bond is wonderful, science shows us that sharing your bed every night has a few hidden effects that most owners never consider. The problem isn't the act itself, but ignoring these factors, which can lead to lower quality sleep for us, and in rare cases, health issues for both. The first risk is sleep fragmentation. A 2024 study published in Scientific Reports analyzed the impact of co-sleeping with pets. Although the study found that dogs have a more pronounced negative impact, cats can also disturb sleep. Their movements, nightly grooming sessions, and sudden twitches can pull you out of deep sleep stages, REM and slow-wave sleep, without you even realizing it. You wake up in the morning feeling tired for no apparent reason. The solution: if you're a very light sleeper, consider creating a cozy spot for the cat at the foot of the bed, or on a pet bed next to you, instead of right on your pillow. The second risk is hygiene and allergens. Even the cleanest cat brings traces of litter, dust, and skin cells with it. The main cat allergen, the protein fel-D1, is incredibly fine and airborne. It clings to fabrics, lingers in the air, and settles into your bedding. Research published in journals like Frontiers in Allergy shows that these particles can lower the air quality in your sleeping area and contribute to mild respiratory irritation over time, even in people who are not clinically allergic. The solution is simple but crucial. Wash your bedding weekly in hot water, use an air purifier with a HEPA filter in the bedroom, and brush your cat regularly to reduce the amount of loose fur and dander. Finally, there's the risk of transmitting parasites or infections, although this is rare for indoor cats. Fleas, ticks, or fungal infections can be a problem. The solution is obvious. Keep your cat healthy with regular vet checkups and consistent parasite prevention treatments. The key isn't to stop co-sleeping, but to be mindful and proactive. With these simple habits, you can enjoy all the benefits of co-sleeping while minimizing the risks. Reason 9. Why does your cat knead before sleeping? We all know it as making biscuits or kneading the dough. The cat gets on the bed, finds a soft spot, often your belly or a blanket, and starts rhythmically pushing with its front paws, alternating right and left, often accompanied by thunderous purring. It's an adorable behavior, but it can sometimes be painful if it uses its claws. The mystery is, why does it do this? Is it a gesture of affection? Is it trying to arrange the blanket? Or is it something else entirely? This behavior, known as kneading, is one of the most primal and ingrained gestures in the feline repertoire. It has three main origins. The first is a kittenhood remnant. Newborn kittens knead their mother's belly to stimulate milk flow. This gesture is associated with a deep sense of comfort, nourishment, and security. When an adult cat repeats it on you or a soft blanket, it's regressing to that state of infant bliss. It's an unmistakable sign that it feels completely at ease, happy, and safe with you. The accompanying purrs only confirm it. It's communicating pure contentment. The second origin is ancestral and territorial. The wild ancestors of our cats would knead tall grass or leaves to create a comfortable and safe nest, to rest or give birth. This behavior served to check for any hidden dangers beneath the surface. Furthermore, cats have scent glands in their paws. By kneading, they release their scent, marking that spot as theirs. So when your cat makes biscuits on you, it's not only telling you that you're comfortable, but it's also marking you as part of its safe territory, a huge compliment in the feline world. The solution to the claw problem is simple. Never punish it for this behavior because it's an expression of affection and trust. Instead, keep its nails trimmed regularly. If it starts kneading directly on your skin, gently place a thick blanket or a pillow between its paws and you. It will learn to associate the gesture with a soft surface, continuing to show you its love without hurting you. Before we wrap up, I've got one last bonus insight for you. Because understanding why your cat sleeps with you is just part of the story. Let's talk about how you can turn your bedtime routine into something even more peaceful, comforting, and deeply bonding for both of you. Bonus: how to create the perfect bedtime routine for sleeping with your cat. We've analyzed many whys, but now let's move on to the how. The main problem for many owners is the lack of nighttime harmony. The cat wakes up, wants to play, scratches the door, meows. The result is disturbed sleep for both. Many resign themselves thinking it's a price to pay for having a cat. But is it possible to create a routine that satisfies both your need for rest and your cat's instincts? The answer is yes. Creating the perfect routine is based on 4 pillars: energy, food, environment, and consistency. Number 1. Energy management, the play pillar. As we've seen, excess energy is the number 1 cause of nighttime disturbances. The solution is a structured predatory play session 60-90 minutes before bed. Use a wand toy to simulate prey, make it run, jump, and ambush. The session should last at least 15-20 minutes and must end with the capture of the toy. This exhausts its physical and mental energy in a positive way. Number 2. Food management, the predatory cycle pillar. The cat's instinct is hunt, catch, eat, groom, sleep. After the play session, give it its evening meal. This closes the predatory cycle and signals its body that it's time to rest and digest. Avoid leaving food out all night, so-called free feeding, which encourages nighttime snacking and activity spikes. A defined meal helps regulate its metabolism and sleep cycles. Number 3. Environment management, the safety pillar. The bedroom should be an oasis of calm. Dim the lights gradually in the evening hours to signal to its body that the day is ending. Make sure its litter box is clean and far from the food-water area and, if possible, not in your bedroom. Create a designated spot for it on the bed, perhaps with its favorite blanket, to encourage it to sleep there instead of on your face. A predictable and clean environment reduces anxiety. Number 4. Consistency management, the trust pillar. This is the pillar that holds everything together. Repeat this routine every single night. Cats are creatures of habit. Consistency creates predictability, and predictability creates security. If it knows every night that there will be play, then food, then calm and rest, its internal clock will sync with yours. It will stop meowing for attention or food because it knows its needs will be met at the right time. It might take a week or 2 for the routine to stick, but the nightly peace that follows will be priceless for both of you. Your cat choosing to sleep with you is a powerful sign of trust and emotional safety. But there's something most cat owners never think about. The position your cat sleeps in, how they curl their body, where they place their head, and how close they stay to you, can reveal much more than affection. Some sleeping positions are completely normal. Others can be subtle signals of stress, discomfort, or even early health problems that often go unnoticed. In the next video, I'll show you how to read your cat's sleeping positions like a language, so you can tell the difference between peaceful rest and warning signs most people miss. One position in particular is widely misunderstood, and ignoring it can lead to serious consequences over time. Make sure you watch the next video. It could genuinely change how you protect your cat.